what's up guys, it's your boy Fudo Yusei, along with my boy
Yugi Judai.
And we're here with another deck profile. As you can see, we have the new guy in town, Yusaku Fujiki. Yep, my second favorite character, or how me and my boy like to call him, Yusei Fudo 2.0. So we have a version 1 of his deck, and we're gonna get right to it. These are cards that he used all the way up to episode 20.
Yeah, the end of the Yusaku versus Akira duel.
Yeah, so, you know, if there's any other cards that you see that we didn't add in it, is because it either came after that duel and we're saving it for another deck profile for the version 2 of this deck. So, you know, this is just strictly every card he's used from episode 1 all the way to episode 20 with against Akira side. So let's get straight to the monsters. So we have 3 normal monsters here. We have the Bitron, Digitron, and another Bitron. Straightforward. We also have Bitrooper, Capacitor Stalker, and Draconnet. Pretty nice cards. We have Dotscaper, Cyberse Gadget, and Stack Reviver. We also have Lockout Gardna, Scandal, and Backlinker. We have Interrupt Resistor, Stripping Partner, and Defect Compiler. And we have the Salvagent Driver, Linkslayer, and Cyberse Wizard. And last but not least, we have 3 more cards, well 4 more cards: Balancer Lord, Backup Security, Launcher Commander, and Dual Assembwurm. So those are all the monsters for Yusaku Fujiki. We'll get into the traps now. So the traps are Limit Code, you have Cyberse Beacon, and 3 Strike Barrier. By the way, in the anime, Limit Code is it's a continuous trap, but in the TCG it seems they're gonna make it into a regular trap card, so I'm using the TCG version of it. We have Doppler Phase Coding, Cynet Refresh, and Recode Alive. We also have Cyber Shatter, Parallel Port Armor, and Link Restart. So those are all the trap cards he has. And now for the spell cards. We have Alert Lancer, Cyberse Annihilation, and Cynet Defrag. We have Link Hole, Cyberse Cache, and Security Block. And last 3 we have Cynet Backdoor, Cynet Universe, and Battle Buffer. And these are all the spell cards for him for this version 1 of Yusaku Fujiki. Now we go into the main dish, the extra deck. So we're gonna start it off with your boy Firewall Dragon. Pulled him out from the pack. Let's go. Bought a whole box and pulled him out mid-pack. So I'm super hyped, just like I pulled out Stardust. We also have 3 of the Code Talkers. We have Decode Talker, Encode Talker, and Xcode Talker. Yes, I pulled them out too. Well, I didn't pull them out, somebody else pulled them out for me. So yeah, so we have those. We also have Vector Scare Archfiend, Recovery Sorcerer, Link Bumper. We have the Flame Administrator, Honeybot, and Underlock Taker. Really good card, especially in competitive places. It's so generic. And last but not least, we have Secure Gardna and Link Spider. So this is literally the deck. A little description about it. The deck is very straightforward. Literally OTK.
Yes.
That's literally what it is. It's just a straight OTK deck, because that's all he knows how to do. And a very strategic playstyle. Like, it's a very setup tempo type deck, really. Yeah, that's how his deck usually runs. It's just setting up to OTK your opponent. So I'll go for a few combos first in the main deck. So like I said, his deck is really like literally very similar to Yusei, which is why I call him Yusei 2.0. He swarms the field with a whole bunch of monsters and then link summons and then continues to go on. Uses his lower link rating monsters to help him out, to bring out bigger link monsters. So a few of the combos that I've figured out is so first we'll show you a combo that he even actually used in the show. It's literally a 3-card combo. It's literally you can go into you can special summon Bitrooper by sending Dotscaper to the graveyard, and then you can you don't have to special summon him with his effect, but you can if you want. But usually you would do it just to be able to link summon, right? So you would link summon for something else. So say for a rank 2, for a link 2 monster. So let's just say you want to summon Underlock Taker, which is usually what I go for. So you'll summon Underlock Taker, and then you can summon Cyberse Gadget. Since those were special summons, then you can special summon this guy again with Cyberse Gadget's ability and send them again to link summon for another 2, which would be your boy Flame Administrator. And Cyberse Gadget allows you to special summon a token onto your field because he was sent to the graveyard. And you will have 3 monsters, so now you can choose to go for another link summon for a link 3 if you want, or you can just have that. Usually I like to go for my usual combo is I would go that, and then I would use Underlock Taker's ability at this moment to like cut down a monster's attack and give it to my Flame Administrator, and then I'll use Link Taker with the token to bring out any of the Cold Talkers. So usually I go for X Cold Talker because he protects my monsters. And now I have a beater who can protect himself and also who is powered up by Flame Administrator. So that's usually one of the combos I would go for. Another combo that I like to in this deck has to do with 2 cards actually. Actually another 3-card combo, to be honest. That I like to go for, and it's a very basic combo, which is I would usually go for Banisher Lord. I would normal summon Banisher Lord, activate his ability to pay 1,000 to normal summon again. I will summon Draconnet, and then I will special summon any level 2 normal monster. So it could be Bitron or Digitron, either or, it doesn't matter. And boom, right there I have a link 3 or link 2 summon right there if I wanted to. Or I can go for a different play and summon Stack Reviver instead, and I can link summon and then bring Banisher Lord back because of Stack Reviver, and continue the summoning again over and over again. So that's another way of spamming the field with just 2 cards. His deck is really spammy, special summons a lot. Some of the combos with with the trap cards. So we have Recode Alive, and let's say you have like a Cold Talker on the field or whatever. Let's just say you have your boy Decode Talker instead out in the open. Right, so you would or even X Cold Talker. You could have X Cold Talker there. And you could just banish X Cold Talker, say for example, right? Because remember, you want to make sure that you set up your link arrows to be able to open up other zones on the field. So you can activate Recode Alive, banish it, and bring out another Cold Talker. Obviously, you'll come into the extra monster zone because there's nothing there, and right there you could literally afterwards, if you don't have anything in the extra monster zone, you can just bring them back, or vice versa. What I like to do is I like to banish my Encode Talker, bring this guy out, and vice versa. So usually I like to play around with my zones, especially if I have a zone open. So like if I have any other link monsters on the field, I'll bring that out. So I'll play that, and teach you a little easy way to bring out Firewall Dragon with
probably like 2 cards, because he's easy to bring out with 2 cards. It will literally have to be, I would think, let me see. Where are the 2 cards here? So yeah, so we'll have to include Balancer Lord, Assembwurm, and Dotscaper. So again, this is a tempo deck, so you're usually setting up early on. So, you know, you'll be summoning him, normal summoning him, you know, doing the usual. You can banish both to bring him out, which then in turn will bring this guy out because he was sent, and then his effect would allow you to bring a level 4 lower from the graveyard, and you can bring back Cyberse Gadget and then link summon all over again, and you will have your Firewall Dragon out on the field. You know, if you get those cards, you most likely want to summon your Firewall Dragon on the main monster zone instead of the extra monster zone, so that you have more extra monster zones open in the main monster zones to continuously bring out more link monsters. So that's a few of the combos from the deck. The strengths of the deck, it's very strong.
Yeah.
It's super broken. Me and my friend tried it out with the Link Brains rules, you know, Master Duel, and we tried it out where I would stick to the Master rules, and he would play the previous rules, which was like, you know, pendulums and stuff like that, where there didn't exist the extra monster zone, and it somehow still did great. It did not slow down the deck at all, and I was like, what the heck, this is stupid. So that's one of the strengths of it. It's very strong, it's very fast too, very fast, very consistent. It's another thing. And at times it seems like all of his single cards do so much, you know, without any drawbacks, which is like one thing that I found was like, I felt like it was too OP for a character, but then again, as a main character, but then shouldn't be that for a main character. But I understand he's a new character, so it's like they gotta make him as broken as possible, you know. But yeah, that's one thing. It's very strong. It has a lot of OTK capabilities. Like, the deck can end duels in one attack.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it literally has the capability of, like, just like in the show, it's really like that in real life.
Yeah, it actually plays just like how it is in the show. Like, you could do 3 to 5 consecutive Link summons in one turn.
Yeah, and you can deal like 4,000 or more damage to your opponent in one turn. Like, it has that type of capabilities because all his cards are OP, and that's without counting any of the newer cards that have come out. So it's like, this is like the most consistent deck that I've seen thus far. You know, he doesn't need a lot of draw cards, but, you know, just with the few search and the few draw cards he has, like, the deck is so consistent. So that's one of the very strong things that the strengths of the deck. It's very consistent. Very, very consistent. As far as the weaknesses go, I personally can't say that he has a lot of weaknesses, but there is weaknesses in the deck, and that is if you're able to stop his OTK capabilities, then he doesn't really have much to do after that. Like, if you're able to stall, like, if you're able to stop the OTKs, then he can't really, like, it's hard for the deck to bounce back afterwards because you use so much resources to do that. But again, if you play the deck right, you will always, like how Yusaku does in the show, where you kind of calculate, you know, every move, you know, then it should work out in your favor. But if you misplay or miss out or miss the chance to OTK your opponent, or your OTK is stopped somehow, then he doesn't have a lot to bounce back from that. For now, he doesn't. We don't know. This is just like the early stages of his deck. But for now, that's one of the main weaknesses he has, is that he doesn't have anything to really bounce back once you've used all your strengths all of your cards, because he does use his cards to finish the duel. So that's one weakness that I see. Another weakness I see is that he uses, although all his cards really usually take like single cards to do multiple abilities, he does need to use those cards, and so once he's used it, there's no using them again. So it's like he has a one-time deal to end the duel, and if he doesn't, then it's pretty much GG after that. So that's one of his bigger weaknesses. Like, if you're able to stop his OTK, he doesn't have a lot to bounce back from that. So that's one of the main weaknesses that I see in his deck. But his deck is very consistent, and it makes up for that weakness. So that's that. So this is Yusaku's deck. Soon we will come up with more deck profiles.
Yes.
And yeah.
Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the very first of Rain's deck profile. We're probably don't expect to see Go or Aoi or anyone else just yet, because none of their decks are complete yet. Only Yusaku's is complete, so don't expect it for a while. Some of them are kind of close. Revolver is going to duel soon, so he might be the next one to be completed. Maybe, depends how many new cards he uses in their final duel. Actually, he's about to duel Go and then probably Yusaku, so that's going to probably be a bunch of new cards. So hopefully that's enough to finish off Revolver's deck, and then we could do a Revolver deck profile. But don't expect any Rain's ones. But for now, hopefully this will keep you guys calm and be like, hey, we got a Rain's character, we got the main character. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. Thank you guys for all your support and just watching our videos and liking and suggesting whether duels or deck profiles, and just we really appreciate all the support. We're really close to hitting 1,000, so once we hit that point, we're gonna have another giveaway as well, and we'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it.
So, riding duel, acceleration,
Gotcha!
into the flames!
Oh god.